What's up, YouTube? So today I actually want to share with you guys, I guess, a quick recap on our wedding last Friday that we shot, and very beautiful wedding, by the way. Congratulations again to my clients Taylor and Travis. Such a beautiful wedding, and thank you again for choosing us. But yeah, beautiful location as well. We got to shoot at the Ko'olau Ballrooms, one of my favorite locations, to be honest. It's such a great place to have. The background is beautiful. You have the Ko'olau Mountains, and then that day was also like overcast, so there wasn't harsh sun going into their face. I'll show you guys some sneak peeks. I never sent my clients the sneak peeks yet, but I'll get to it. I'll get to it soon. But yeah, today I want to talk about, I guess, some gear that I used, like cameras, lenses, flashes. I'll also share with you guys like how to dress at a wedding, and also I guess like the different lenses I use, in every situation. And lastly, I'll share with you guys a tip on my experience in weddings so far. So stay tuned and yeah, check it out. So I just want to share with you my gear real fast. And this is pretty much what I use for like every event, and don't mind the shelf. It's a little messy. I've got my hard drives over here, and it's supposed to be like all my camera kit stuff. Okay, so this is the case that I use. We got the Pelican case. It's actually like pretty sturdy. It's really good. Keeps the camera very safe, secure. It's so strong. You can even sit on it if you want to. I don't recommend sitting on it this way, maybe the long ways, but yeah, it's pretty good. You can lock it, open it like that. It's a great carry-on for like if you're traveling, small, compact. Right there, right there. Boom, right there. Boom. So it has wheels. You could roll it. So yeah, definitely great. I use it for every event pretty much. It's not that pricey as well. I forget how much it was, but I know it's not that much. So that's a good case. This is the inside of it. So we got the Canon RP over here. The RP is such a great camera, by the way. It's very small, compact. We got the Canon RP. Right here in this empty pocket is the Canon R6, which is what I'm using now to film this. We got my cleaning kit, just my air blower. A small screwdriver just in case. Right, we got my phone charger over here. We got my SD card case. Such a good case, by the way. Got this off Amazon too. It's great. It actually holds a lot of SD cards too. Like it's pretty good, not bad. You can flip it open. Yeah, it's pretty good, pretty good. Right there, business cards. Yee, yes, sir. Look at that. And then we got my batteries. Yeah, these are rechargeable batteries. I definitely recommend using rechargeable batteries because if you use flash, you're gonna go through batteries so fast. So I don't know. I like rechargeable ones. It saves you money. Extra camera batteries. One is charging right now, and then chargers. So now to lenses. My favorite. This is my favorite lens right here, the 35. Honestly, this is all you need, baby. You could run this honestly all day. Like it's such a good versatile lens for portraits. For like anything, landscapes. You can use it for everything. My favorite lens. Like this is my one and only beautiful lens. So this is the adapter right here for the Canon cameras. The R series needs an adapter to use the old lenses. Usually what I do is I plug in this is my 7200, 7200 2.8. Such a beautiful lens. Oh my god, definitely great for shooting reception type stuff, ceremony type stuff as well. I like to kind of keep my distance, stay out of everyone's way, stay pretty far. But yeah, usually what I do is, so with my RP, I put in the adapter, and then I plug in that. I usually get my long shots with the RP, get my nice portrait shots with the 35 onto my R6. Right now to film this, I'm using my 16. Sometimes I'd like to use my 16 as well. But honestly, these are like the mains. Well, these two are like the main lenses I use throughout the entire wedding. So we got my flashes over here. We got the Godox. This is the first series, and then the second series is right in here. We got the second series right over here. So series 1, series 2. I love the Godox. Honestly, my favorite flash. Well, to be honest, I never really used too much flashes. The Godox was kind of like what I started off with. So it's honestly just easier for me, but it connects so easy. Like it's just easy to use. You know, all the functions A, B, C, D, F, and like these two connect. So I could connect one to my camera and one off camera. You know, I definitely recommend Godox. So usually with the flashes, what I do is I actually do off camera flash pretty often. So that's what this is for. That's a tripod for my flash. I love off camera flash, by the way. So like say for instance, the sun is coming in on this side, put your flash on this side, you have good lighting. But yeah, that's the gear that I love to use. I love it. You know, I use that gear, like I said, for everything. Almost not even just weddings, like even events that I need it for and stuff like that. It's just good to have, you know, different lenses for different situations. You know what I mean? Another thing I wanted to share is this strap over here. So yeah, it's so secure. Like this, you know, you just screw this on the bottom of your camera. You know, you hook it onto the top of the camera, right on the top. But yeah, you go hold one camera over here, hold the second camera on this side, and that's perfect. So what I usually do is I usually run, you know, my 70-200 either on my left or my right side, and then run my 35 on my left or my right side. But like I said, guys, it's such a good and, you know, just convenient way of using your lenses, flashes. You know, everyone's different, of course. Everyone has different styles, different creativity, but you know, that's just mine. That's just the gear that I use. So yeah, the next thing I want to talk about is literally like how to dress, right? Like how do you dress as a vendor, or a photographer, you know, a videographer and stuff like that at a wedding. Black pants, black slacks, tennis shoes, running shoes, long pants. We have our One Moment Hawaii, our OMH black polos, which is dry fit. Gel your hair, or at least make it look nice. Don't make it look like a mop. Please don't. You want to dress to impress. Wear, you know, comfortable clothing, but also professional clothing. You're dressing for the client, and it's their big day. They're paying you thousands of dollars to shoot their special day. Another thing that I want to talk about is lenses. What lenses I use for each situation, right? And you know, this is just my opinion. Everyone is different. So for instance, like the getting ready, right? So for getting ready, what I usually use is the 35 nonstop. Pretty much the only lens that I use is the 35 millimeter. I use 35 for either, you know, all my dress shots, my ring shots, putting on makeup, buttoning up the shirt, tying the shoes, the bride and the bridal party, their robe, mom zipping up the dress. Sometimes I'll switch to the 16 if I definitely just want like a different look. Most of the time it's my 35. The only reason why I use my 35 all the time is because during the getting ready, they're always, you know, getting ready in the hotel rooms or in a room at the venue. A room is not that big, you know, you don't have too much space to play with unless it's a very large like penthouse, you know, then that's probably different. Most of the time it's just rooms. They're just regular rooms. You don't have too much room to play with. Like I said, I usually just use my 16 for like a wide shot if I really want to, but most of the time it's my 35 millimeter. And then from there, you know, they're going into their first look. I kind of interchangeable with my 70-200 and my 35 because I kind of want to stay away again, like I said, especially most of the time I'm shooting with my team, which we also have videographers as well. If you're shooting with a videographer, please don't you know, it's not a competition on who gets the best shot. It's more so teamwork. Even though that videographer is not working with you or whatever, like it's a team thing. You guys are all on one team just trying to get a good shot for the client. The whole goal is to make the client happy. Please don't get into each other's shots. Like I said, I usually use my 70-200. You know, we're having the groom face this way, the bride's walking in this way. And what I'll usually do is stand on the groom's side, get like half of the groom's face, but then my focus is on the bride. And then, you know, the bride will tap the shoulder. Usually beforehand, we tell the bride, tap the right shoulder or the left shoulder. That way, when they turn, the groom is turning towards us rather than away, so we can kind of catch a good reaction. I usually stand on the groom's side, you know, use my 70-200, capturing the reaction. They see each other, they get a good reaction. You know, I'm catching that. I switch to my 35, get in a little closer, half body shots. That's pretty much what I use for first look. And to be honest, I mean, it's worked for me ever since. I mean, if anybody has any other, you know, lenses or types or ways that they shoot first looks or getting ready or whatever, feel free to just comment. I'm always learning, I'm always trying to figure out new things. Everyone has different styles. We're all just trying to get better. So then we're going to ceremony. So most of the time I use 70-200 for ceremony. Sorry, rewind. So when they're walking down the aisle, I usually use my 35. I usually stay by the arch because I definitely want that aisle shot. The bride and groom, even the party, walking through the aisle with the crowd on the sides. It's a money shot. I usually use my 35 to get that shot. A 16 would actually look really nice too because it's so wide and you get everything. And then as the bride and the father, hand off to the groom, I stick with my 35 as well. Then from there I balance out and use my 70-200. And then pretty much the rest of the wedding, I use my 70-200. I like to stay far because, the guests are there to be a guest, right? They're honored to be there. They were invited to be there. And I don't want to get into any of the guests' way or stuff like that. I like to just keep my grounds, keep my distance, but also making sure I'm doing my job and getting that money shot. And then from there, right when they're about to kiss, I go into the middle, use my 70-200 again. Then they're walking down the aisle, boom, switch it back to my 35. That is why I believe a strap is so crucial. You got to switch lenses so fast. That's just how it is, If I only had one camera and I never had a strap, honestly, I probably wouldn't be using the 35. I'd probably be using like a 24-105 or something more versatile. So after the ceremony photos, I go into the group photos. Again, I use my 35. I just step more back. Sometimes we shoot in churches and it's a very tight proximity. So I got to use like my 16 or something. And it's sometimes I don't like it. The 16 does have a warp on it, right? Like a little of a fisheye effect. But I just gotta get the shot and I don't really have too much space. So that's what I use, Even reception, same old. Honestly, walking down to the reception, use my 35 again. First dance and stuff, I use both 35, 70-200. 70-200, of course, for more of the close-up shots, detail shots, faces, reactions, stuff like that. And my 35 just acts as a wide, pretty much. Again, my style is definitely, might not be the same to yours. Yours might be totally different. You might like a different look other than mine. We're all different photographers. We all have, our different ways and different ways that we edit too. So, not everybody might edit the same way. One of the things I wanted to share as well is like a tip. As a wedding photographer, don't overstress. It's not that stressful of a job. I know we're all just trying to get the shot. We're trying to get that money shot. We're trying to make this dream wedding happen for them or make it memorable for them. But if you have a game plan if you're prepared, you should be fine. That's what kind of lessens your stress, is preparing and then putting it into action. If you know what you're doing and you know how to pose people, you have good customer service, and you're prepared once again, like I said, I know a lot of wedding photographers out there who stress during the day of. For example, like our wedding that we shot last Friday, the groom wanted to do one last photo with his biker jacket and his wife. But then that same time, it was like they had to walk into their reception already. They had to do the walk-in. And so, I didn't stress about it. I just told him, let's get the shot. We're already here. Let's get it. He had one of his guys or one of his groomsmen, went to his car, grabbed the jacket, and everyone was just scrambling. But I was like, no, it's okay. Don't worry. We'll be fine. We got the jacket. We got a few shots. And to be honest, it came out beautiful. I'll show you guys. But it came out so great. If I don't stress, then the client doesn't stress, right? We want to make it a stress-free environment. We don't want to make our clients stress. It's a special day. They shouldn't be stressing. They should be having fun. And to do that, you just got to talk to them and make a good experience for them. At the end of the day, nobody was stressed out. Everything worked out great, and they loved us. Try not to stress or show stress. Keep it a fun experience, fun time. For your clients. If you ever get into the wedding industry, it's such a good industry to get into. You learn so much about photography, customer service, and giving that good experience to your clients. Such a versatile industry, so if you ever get into it, just do it. Don't be afraid. Go out there, just make things happen, and everything will just fall in place. Just trust yourself, believe in yourself, and you get there. So stay tuned. My next vlog, I actually want to talk about doing commercials and getting to the commercial industry, such as like commercial photography and commercial videography, just stuff like that. Stay tuned for the next video on that. And I'll check you guys out later. See ya.